Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. Before we get going today, it is Sunday, and I want to thank everybody who turned out for the Flag Day Second Amendment rally here in Massachusetts in Auburn yesterday. It was a great turnout considering very short amount of time to get the event basically going because of the whole COVID shutdown of the world. So those who made the trek, thank you very much. It was very nice to meet so many of you. And if you were there, a couple of people had asked if I was going to put that speech up on the channel. And once it's done processing, there were a couple of people who were filming there yesterday. I'm going to get a copy and I will put it up. But wanted to talk about something that's going on in California, of all places. Now that we're all kind of slightly distracted with things that are going on in society, we're not really, maybe not many of us are focusing on how our government is actually working against us still. The California State Assembly, they have passed and forwarded on us a few anti-gun bills. Specifically, the one I wanted to talk about was the one that I did this video on, floating above my head, a couple weeks ago. And that's Assembly Bill 2847. 2847, they deem it as their microstamping fix bill. If you're not familiar with microstamping, since 2013, 7 years ago, there hasn't been a new firearm available for sale in California because it can't be put on their roster of certified handguns until they meet the microstamping requirement. The microstamping requirement, as currently constituted in California by law, requires each handgun to imprint a specific number or sequence of numbers and characters onto the case as it's fired in at least 2 locations. So you can imagine how much you would actually have to change the inner workings of a firearm to have that happen. The problem is, A, that technology does not exist yet, and B, it's a way to ban guns in California because the people who live there, the citizens, cannot buy any of the new firearms that have been created since 2013. And it gets worse because they've actually taken guns off of the roster as those models that were previously on the roster get tweaked, no matter how slight. Then they're removed from the roster because it's a different SKU. So it was an issue, and it's actually one of the cases that are in front of the Supreme Court that we'll hear about tomorrow morning to see if they kick them down the road again or if they deny them or take them up. Microstamping is one of those cases. So there's a bill that was looking to fix that, and what it would do would reduce that amount of locations that the firearm would have to imprint a specific series of numbers and characters onto each case as it fires. And they're going to reduce that down to 1 spot. How very nice of them. However, that technology still does not exist. Now, this bill also still requires the loaded chamber indicator, the magazine disconnect, and the hidden part in here is if that technology is ever created and a manufacturer puts it in a firearm and that firearm is certified to go on this roster, for every new firearm that goes on the roster, they will take off 3 of the non-microstamping certified firearms, which actually reduces the amount of items that people can buy. How is that not an infringement? It just doesn't make sense. However, that is the California thinking, and they're just going to keep voting these people in. And it's up to us to get the news out so we can defeat this type of stuff. So as it currently stands today on a Sunday, it has passed the California State Assembly and it is now going to the Senate. And it passed 52-20 to go forward, and it's now going to the Senate. So that is the current status of the microstamping fix bill, which actually may reduce the amount of microstamping requirement for locations on a casing, but it actually figures out a way to backdoor remove more guns from that certified roster in California. Do me a favor, everybody, please pass this along if you could. There are a lot of people in California that need to hear this so that they can actually do something about it. Also, if you are looking for the news on the Second Amendment, no matter where it happens around the nation, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, this is where you will find it. Oftentimes daily, sometimes several times a day, depends on how busy the lefties are. So if you could, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Please thumbs up the video and share it with your friends. Easy for me to say. And until we see each other again, have a fantastic day. Be Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapon. Take care, everybody.